The afternoon sun poured through the glass windows of Bennett's luxury boutique, casting golden light across rows of designer handbags, jewelry, and watches. Martha Williams stepped inside, her silver hair pinned neatly beneath a modest hat, her Sunday dress pressed and clean. She clutched her worn leather purse close, eyes scanning the gleaming displays. Her grandson, Tyler, would graduate from medical school next week. She had saved for 2 years to buy him something special, something he would treasure forever. Behind the counter, Diane Harper looked up from her phone, her perfectly manicured nails tapping against the glass. Her eyes narrowed as they landed on Martha. She watched the elderly woman move slowly through the aisles, suspicion etched across her face like a permanent scar. Diane stood, smoothing her designer skirt, and began following Martha at a distance, her heels clicking loudly against the marble floor. Every time Martha paused to admire something, Diane moved closer, arms crossed, lips pressed into a thin line of disapproval. Other shoppers glanced over, sensing the tension building in the air like an approaching storm. Martha stopped at the watch display, her eyes settling on a silver timepiece with elegant Roman numerals. It was perfect. She reached toward it carefully, but before her fingers could touch the glass, Diane's voice cut through the silence like a blade. "Excuse me, those are very expensive. Are you sure you are in the right store?" The words dripped with condescension. Martha turned slowly, meeting Diane's cold stare with quiet dignity. "I would like to see this watch, please," Martha said softly, her voice steady despite the tremor in her hands. Diane's jaw tightened. She unlocked the case with exaggerated reluctance, pulling out the watch and holding it just out of Martha's reach. "This piece costs $8,000. Do you understand that?" Martha nodded, reaching for it. "Yes, I understand. May I try it on?" Diane's face flushed red. She slammed the watch onto the counter. "I need to see proof you can pay first. Empty your purse." The demand hung in the air like poison. Other customers stopped shopping, turning to watch. A young couple near the door exchanged uncomfortable glances. The security guard, a middle-aged man named Victor, shifted his weight nervously by the entrance, uncertain whether to intervene. Martha's hands shook as she opened her purse, pulling out her wallet, a small photo album, reading glasses, and neatly folded tissues. Diane snatched the wallet, flipping it open roughly, counting the cash inside. $300. "You are wasting my time." She threw the wallet back at Martha, the contents spilling across the floor. Martha bent down slowly, her knees aching, gathering her belongings with trembling fingers. "I have my debit card," she whispered, her voice breaking. "I have the money in my account. Please, I just want to buy a gift for my grandson." Diane leaned down, her face inches from Martha's. "People like you always have some story. I know your type. You probably do not even have a grandson. You are probably planning to steal something and sell it." The accusation struck like a physical blow. Martha straightened as much as her aging body would allow, tears forming in her eyes but refusing to fall. "That is not true. I am a retired teacher. I worked for 40 years. I have never stolen anything in my life." Her voice carried a strength that made several onlookers nod in silent support, but Diane was beyond reason now, her prejudice feeding her rage like fuel to fire. She grabbed Martha's arm, her nails digging into the elderly woman's skin. "I want you out of my store right now." Martha tried to pull away, but Diane's grip tightened. "Please, you are hurting me," Martha pleaded. The other shoppers moved closer now, phones appearing in hands, recording the scene. Victor finally stepped forward, his voice uncertain. "Miss Harper, maybe we should just let her go." Diane spun on him. "Stay out of this. I am handling it." Then it happened. Martha, summoning every ounce of courage left in her weary body, said firmly, "Let go of me right now. I have done nothing wrong." The defiance in her voice, the refusal to be broken, seemed to ignite something dark in Diane. Her hand flew up, striking Martha across the face with a sharp crack that echoed through the boutique like a gunshot. The slap left a red mark blooming across Martha's weathered cheek. The store fell into absolute silence. Martha stood frozen, one hand rising slowly to touch her face, tears finally spilling down her cheeks, but her head remained high, unbowed. The door to the back office opened. A young black man in jeans and a simple button-down shirt emerged, his face a mask of controlled fury. He had been watching the security monitors, witnessing every moment of the degradation, the cruelty, the violence. He walked toward them with measured steps, his presence commanding immediate attention. Diane turned, irritation flashing across her face. The office is closed to customers. You need to leave. The young man stopped directly in front of her, his voice quiet but carrying the weight of absolute authority. I am not a customer. I am Marcus Bennett. I own this store. Diane's face went white. Her mouth opened but no sound came out. Marcus turned to his mother, his eyes softening as he gently touched her reddened cheek. Mom, are you okay? Martha nodded, fresh tears streaming down her face, but these were different now, mixed with relief and vindication. Marcus helped her to a chair, then turned back to Diane, his expression hardening like steel. I watched everything on the security cameras. I saw how you treated my mother. I heard every word you said. Diane's hands began to shake. Mr. Bennett, I did not know. I was just trying to protect the merchandise, I thought. Marcus raised his hand, cutting her off. You thought what? That because my mother is an elderly black woman, she must be a criminal. Like she does not deserve respect. Like she does not belong in a store I built to serve everyone with dignity. His voice grew stronger with each question. You assaulted her. You humiliated her. You betrayed everything this business stands for. He pulled out his phone, dialing quickly. Yes, police please. I need to report an assault at Bennett's luxury boutique on 5th Avenue. Diane's legs nearly gave out. Please, Mr. Bennett, I am sorry, I made a mistake. Please do not do this. I need this job. I have bills. Marcus looked at her with something between pity and disgust. My mother needed respect. She needed basic human decency. She did not get it. You are terminated immediately. Security will escort you out. The police will be here shortly to take a statement, and yes, we will be pressing full charges for assault. He turned to Victor. Please escort Miss Harper off the premises. She is banned permanently from all Bennett properties. As Victor gently but firmly guided a sobbing Diane toward the exit, Marcus knelt beside his mother, taking her hands in his. I am so sorry, Mom. You should never have experienced this. Not here, not anywhere. Martha squeezed his hands, her voice soft but filled with something that sounded like hope. You built something beautiful here, son. Do not let one person's hate poison it. Use this to make it better, stronger, a place where everyone truly belongs. Marcus nodded, tears glistening in his own eyes now. He stood, addressing the other customers who had witnessed everything. Thank you for being here, for bearing witness. This behavior has no place in my store or in our community. Everyone who walks through these doors deserves respect, kindness, and dignity, regardless of who they are or what they look like. That is not just a policy. That is a promise. Several people applauded. The young couple approached Martha, offering words of support and comfort. Within minutes, police officers arrived, taking statements, reviewing security footage, treating Martha with the care and respect she had been denied. Later that evening, after the police had left, after the store had closed, Marcus sat with his mother in his office. He carefully placed the silver watch she had wanted into a velvet box. This is yours, Mom. A gift from me to you, to celebrate Tyler's graduation and to honor your strength today. Martha opened the box, running her fingers over the timepiece. It is beautiful, But you know what is more beautiful? Justice. You standing up for what is right. That is the real gift. Marcus smiled, though sadness still lingered in his eyes. Justice should not be rare, Mom. It should be everywhere, for everyone. Martha stood, placing the watchbox carefully in her purse. She touched her son's face gently, the way she had when he was a child. You are making it less rare, one choice at a time. That is all any of us can do. Keep fighting, keep building, keep believing. The world changes when good people refuse to stay silent. They walked out together into the fading evening light, mother and son, bound by love and strengthened by the knowledge that dignity, once defended, can never truly be taken away. The boutique doors locked behind them, but tomorrow they would open again, ready to welcome everyone with the respect every human being deserves.